Somebody please roll out the red carpet, because your boys are here from the Red Pegasus Podcast with another show. On today's edition, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. We're going to be hitting some hot news that's been circling around the internets, from flying cars to this new social media app called Threads, to some AR VR goggles, to all kinds of good stuff, including sports. Yes, that's right. All right, so hang around. It's going to be a fun one. Thanks for being here with us.
Welcome to the Red Pegasus Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Martin Garcia and Darian Clark.
All right, man, jam-packed today. Jam-packed episode. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we've got a lot, but of course, we're going to go ahead and start off with what we always do, question of the day, Katsuda. And this one might lose some friends over this one, but name something that's overhyped. You want to go first?
Yeah.
We'll leave the suspense for me.
I have some hesitation because I couldn't really narrow it down to one single thing.
Okay.
I look at trends in general.
Okay.
I guess you could talk about the word trend, right? Like anytime something is trending, it's so overrated and so overhyped that I don't even want to take part in it, you know? Whether it's news, fashion, entertainment, foods, whatever it is, I just don't even want to be a part of it because it's just going to be gone in a few weeks, depending on what it is, you know?
Right.
So it's hard to find something that's what was super trendy, but it's not anymore, you know?
Yeah.
What happened to fidget spinners, you know?
I fell for that, not gonna lie. I fell for that big time.
It hung around for a little bit, but now it's
did.
You don't see them anywhere. At one point, they were in every single store in America.
Yeah.
You know?
At Old Navy, they would have fidget spinners at Old Navy.
Yes. And it's yo, what are we doing? It's gone now. All right. It was fun while it lasted, I guess. But yeah, I think that's me. They just, at their peak, they're all overrated, over-sensationalized, and certainly overhyped. What about you? What you got?
This one, mine, I've said this multiple times already before in the past, but avocados. Why is everyone freaking out about avocados? I don't understand. I don't get what the big deal is. It doesn't even taste that good. It doesn't even taste so good where you have to always mix it with something else. I don't see anyone just straight up eating avocado. I've seen people just straight up eat celery. Yeah. But I've never seen anyone just straight up eat avocado. If you gotta put it in guac, you gotta put tomatoes, onions, lime juice, whatever else, right? You gotta put it on a piece of toast with slices of salmon on it. And you're paying $20 for that avocado toast anyways, too.
That's true.
Just avocados in general.
Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of friends on that, Martin. But I will agree with you. It's way too overpriced. At the end of the day, it's a fruit.
Yes.
it can be grown in mass quantities, and it's a fortune just to grab one. You know what I mean? And they don't last long either. They have a 4 or 5 day window. Whereas
That's true.
at least the thing of bananas has a week window, you know? It's come
on,
on, give me some more. And you're right. It's rare. I've seen people, but it's rare where you cut it in half, take the seed out, and just scoop it with a spoon. You know?
Yeah, no, I don't see anybody ever just straight up eating avocado like that.
No.
Now, someone that we know eats avocado with ketchup? I think that's just an abomination.
No. You are correct, but I don't know. I don't remember who. I remember hearing this, and I remember thinking, you are nuts.
Yes.
It's what?
Yes. Yeah, so to me, it's avocados. Overhyped. I don't see what the big deal is. I'm probably going to lose my Mexican card from saying that too.
Right, avocados from Mexico.
Exactly. So you know what? If that's a risk I'm willing to take. That's a risk I'm willing to take. But avocados for me, definitely overhyped. Yeah,
it's fair. You have a right to your own opinion, Martin. But I will take all the ones you don't eat. and mix them with my good stuff.
It's funny that you brought up about how easy it is for them to expire so quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because like the whole us looking at house things and just like things that I'm liking on Instagram and stuff, but I'm seeing a lot of like home organization reels on Instagram, and it's like people putting like a whole like organizing their fridge and just buying a whole bunch of unnecessary things to put in their fridge to like organize each and every single item.
It's like a stocking thing.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they pop up on mine every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been liking too many of those where I've just like keep seeing them pop up on my Instagram. But something that I've been coming across too is how to make your produce last longer. And one of the things I think that they mentioned was avocado, and I think you have to like put it in water or something like that.
Like put the whole thing in water?
Yeah, like before you cut it up. You put the whole avocado in water, and it's supposed to last you like a week or 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really weird. Definitely look into it though, because that is one of the cool things. Like I think something for, what is it? Celery or asparagus. You're supposed to like put asparagus in a little bit of water, and that's what helps the asparagus last longer in your fridge.
Okay.
Dude, Instagram reels.
Right.
Coming in clutch.
It's not all mindless entertainment.
It is not. No, I've learned a lot of stuff through Instagram Reels.
Yes.
I've learned about many different cleaning products and steam machines that I am constantly putting on my my wish list on Amazon.
It's like you're about to be a homeowner or something.
Right? Right?
And they know.
Exactly.
They know.
Dude, okay, so real quick, I'm rewatching the Arrow, Green Arrow, superhero, DC Comics, in case no one knows. It was on CW, kind of like what they did with Superman, with Smallville and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
So I'm watching Arrow, right? And I followed the guy on Facebook for the longest time, the main character. But one, I don't check Facebook a lot, and two, like I'm seeing a whole bunch of other dumb stuff on Facebook. And I started watching Arrow, just constantly binging it this past couple of days. Mm-hmm. And now all I'm seeing on my Facebook are that main character's posts on Facebook.
What?
It's like, does Facebook know that I'm watching the Arrow on Netflix, and now it's just sharing this guy's pictures and stuff on Facebook?
Right. Like, how would they know that?
Right?
That is weird.
Like, I'm telling you, I've mindlessly scrolled through Facebook, and I like never once came across his post. But after I started binge watching the Arrow, it's just like his picture and his posts on Facebook just keep coming up one after the next. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
Too much surveillance.
And I guess speaking on that, might as well transition right into this new Threads social media app. Should we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Have you jumped into it yet? Have you?
I have.
Okay. What do you think? Initial thoughts? Because I haven't yet.
I like it, but I don't know if I like it because it's new.
Okay.
Because it's the same thing. You're just writing tweets.
Yeah.
Or making threads, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But it's nothing different. You're just posting a status basically in a different app.
Okay.
But
I think it's a thing where Instagram's trying to incorporate where you stop putting tweets on their stories, right?
Yeah.
Because like you see that very often, right? Is like somebody will just post their tweet on their story or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they're trying to go away from that. But also just like they want to make Twitter their own thing because, you know, the guy who just bought it out, it's kind of different in some people's eyes. So
yeah. Yeah, definitely. No one's a fan of my boy Elon taking over Twitter. Boy. I'm still waiting for that Tesla, by the way. But yeah, I downloaded it early in the morning. Was like checking it, and of course, just seeing new people throughout the day, like making their accounts. Mm-hmm. Which props to Meta and Facebook, whatever they are now. They did a really good job of like basically signing. I think they reached like a million users in like 1.5 hours or something.
That's crazy.
And I mean, they make the transition between Instagram to Threads. Obviously, it's all one company.
Yeah.
But they made that transition so easy that you don't really have to set up your account because they're just taking your account from Instagram.
Okay, interesting.
And everyone you follow. So like you don't even have to search for people. It's like everyone you follow on Instagram, you can easily follow on Threads. It even tells you like, do you want to follow everybody? And you just click yes, and you just have a whole list of people already.
Wait, so hold on. It's not completely separate like Instagram and Facebook are.
It is in a way, but it's
so like if you try and delete Threads, you can't because it's tied on Instagram. You'd have to delete your Instagram.
Oh, like your Threads account?
Yeah.
I think you can delete it.
Okay.
I think it is its own separate thing. Because like, you know how when you're on Instagram, you can say, post to my Facebook story. And then, you know, you're posting the same thing on the same app. Or on two different apps.
Okay.
But it's like easily connected.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I don't know if it's just the hype or because, like I said, it's just a brand new thing. I'm like, ooh, Threads. I'm going to try and be a threader. But it's probably going to be the same thing for me. I'm going to have an account and not really be active on it.
You see,
we'll see though.
It's a trend. You see?
Exactly.
It's getting overhyped, dog. That's why I haven't jumped on it yet. Because I'm like, it's probably going to go away here in about a month or so.
Oh, you think so?
No, not that soon. But they're going to plateau at their users, you know? They're not going to keep growing, I don't think.
Okay.
But on that note, they've already surpassed 50 million users.
50 million?
Yeah. They hit 30 million overnight. So
gosh,
that's straight from Meta. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's pretty cool. Like I like it, but it's the same thing. You're just posting statuses, just like Twitter. It just has a new face to it. It's all blacked out, so black's my favorite color. So it's like I don't even have to set a night mode because it's already set like that.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I really want to take advantage of it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay. More local. You want to move to a more local perspective here?
Yeah. Let's go.
The 911 non-emergency requests as of July 3rd, so this past Monday, must now be submitted online.
Yeah.
No more using the phone.
No more phone. They're like, get rid of that. You guys complain too much about some silly things. We don't need that anymore.
Right. But dude, what do the elders do? Like, what if they can't?
Right?
What if they can't use online? They just got to make it an emergency and just call still?
Exactly.
I don't know how they're going to funnel that versus non-emergency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm too lazy to do this online. I'm just going to call 911 anyway.
Like, honestly, it might still work. They might even just hang up on you and tell you to do it online, to be honest.
True.
But those people were the first ones to come into mind, and then people who just don't have access to the internet.
Right.
Because believe it or not, there are many people who still don't have access to the internet. Now, you can use a public library to use the computer to fill out a complaint or a non-emergency. You can also go to the headquarters, the DPD headquarters, and use like a kiosk there and submit your ticket there. In case you don't know, because I didn't know where it was. But that headquarters is at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard. Like I said, I didn't know where it was, so I had to look that up.
It's like just south of downtown, right? Across the street from Gillies.
Just south of downtown, yes.
I think I remember seeing it. It's like near Gillies Southside Ballroom, that venue.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's Botham, and then where Alamo Draft House is.
Yeah. Okay.
That street.
Yeah.
But yeah, non-emergency 911 calls have to be made online. Apparently, this was kind of like a volunteer thing that they had implemented a while ago, and they've seen some progress in that, and so they've just kind of like made it into a rule, or I guess like their new procedures. But yeah, non-emergencies, so like accident reports, vehicle burglaries, identity theft, and interference with child custody, among others, are some of those examples of non-emergency 911 calls.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
It's
you know what is...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I'm going to change gears.
Yeah, I was about to change gears too.
I was just going to say, it's only a matter of time where, like, Wi-Fi becomes a normal bill for everybody, right? Like,
yeah.
Like water and electricity. Like,
oh, yeah.
Pretty soon, Wi-Fi is just going to be like a bill that everybody has.
Yeah.
And, like, you have lesser rates for slower speed and higher rates for more. Because it's like I said, what if people just don't have access to this? What are they supposed to do?
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, that's just where our world is going. I mean, into the future. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a necessity. It's going to be something that everyone's going to have access to. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You totally branched off into something totally different. I was I was actually just going to say, you know what else is pretty crazy and making the news here recently?
Yeah.
This missing teen / adult.
Yeah, dude.
Have you kept up with this at all? I am just completely lost.
Not really. It's down in Houston, right?
Yeah, it's down in Houston. It was 8 years ago. Rudy Farias. He was 17 at the time. Went missing in Houston while walking his dog, or two dogs. I forgot how many he had, but he was out walking his dog and was kidnapped, or so it was believed. He's now 25 years old. He was spotted outside of a church. People called the cops and did cop things. And he was apparently in pretty bad shape and was in a hospital. And he just had cuts and bruises and burns and stuff. Mm-hmm. And was in the hospital. And when I was prepping it, there was no information about his disappearance whatsoever. But a couple hours later, dude, just bombshell of a discovery. He was telling cops, and this one guy who's a part of an organization that tries to help find missing kids and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
He said he was with his mom the whole time. His mom was basically hiding him and keeping him and telling him that because he had ran away, the cops were looking for him and they were trying to arrest him, and that's how she kept him from going out to the public a lot.
Wait, what? 8 years?
It is very
just chilling at the casa with mom?
Just chilling at the well, it wasn't necessarily chilling at the casa, but yeah. She apparently took him somewhere for a bit when all of this first missing persons report started to happen, and then she brought him back home and then would just hide him every time the investigators came to the house to figure out more clues about his disappearance.
No way.
And yeah, dude, it is crazy. And of course, very horrific things happened to him by his mom, and someone that no one should go through. It's just overall a very crazy story, and I just feel like more and more is going to keep coming out about this.
Yeah.
But, dude, the dude was missing for 8 years, 17 at the time, now 25.
He's a freaking adult. Bro, stand up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But he was, his mom was telling him no, you're going to get arrested. The cops are looking for you because you ran away.
Yeah.
And they're going to arrest you. And just that fear, dude.
Yeah.
Just putting that
mentally,
fear into him. And
yeah.
Mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, all of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I've like I said, I feel like that's barely the surface. We're still probably going to find a lot more. But very sad story, but good thing, all that has come to an end now.
Yeah, for sure. Dude,
I don't even think that they had placed the mom under arrest or detained her in any sort of way.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really confused. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't even know what you do in that kind of situation, because he's an adult,
Yeah.
I don't know. how does she get charged? Even at 17, he's an adult in Texas. But anyway, that's just wild. I feel like I don't believe most of it because he's probably like mentally and psychologically not even there. So it's like, can you even believe what he's telling the cops? But anyway, I feel like you said, more stuff's gonna come out of this, and Dateline will probably get a hold of it, and we'll be having a 3-hour special on it here in the next year or so.
Like it's gonna be a book or a movie. Like what's that one movie, The Room?
Oh yeah.
Something's gonna come out of this. But I'm sure there's a lot more information that's gonna be coming out. So I'm definitely, this is something that's got me intrigued. So I'm gonna keep up on it and see what happens.
We shouted out to Crossbar Soccer Beer in Richardson, Texas, where you chill and play every day. They have men's leagues, co-ed leagues, and pickup every night of the week. It's obviously the spot for playing fun indoor soccer, but you can also consume some of the best beers featured across our beautiful Metroplex and the greater state overall, while hanging out with friends and family. They have TVs to watch whatever you'd like. Typically sports is on, but they take requests. You can play video games there. Usually have FIFA tournaments going on. And then they have fun lawn games like cornhole, spike ball, and horseshoes, things like that. Crossbar in Richardson has been featured on Fox 4, Dallas Morning News, Dallas Heights, and of course yours truly, the Red Pegasus Podcast. Got to throw them in there. So if you're unaware now, have you been living under a rock? Go check them out, and then follow them on socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at crossbar.dallas. Chill and play every day, or just visit their website for all the information at crossbardallas.com. Then, of course, your boys got to drop their stuff here. While you're at it, follow us on the socials, Twitter and Instagram at Red Pegasus Pod. Facebook, you can follow along in our page or join in with the group and interact. We still have merchandise at the link in all of our bios via Teespring. And don't forget to rate, review, download the podcast, whatever platform you listen to. Smash those buttons everywhere you listen on every device. And keep up with us. It's the best way you can support our little engine that could, our independent podcast. We appreciate all the love. Then most importantly, share the podcast to friends and family. Maybe you know someone who just moved here, is wanting to know what's going on and around town. We got you covered. The Red Pegasus Podcast.
The amazing team that calls themselves the Dallas Mavericks. For the first time in franchise history, the Dallas Mavericks have won the NBA championship.
So a lot happening in the sports world in DFW, mainly with the Rangers and Mavs. So I'm just going to do a quick hit on this real quick. I promise I won't bore you. The All-Star teams were announced in the MLB, and the Rangers have 6 All-Stars.
Wow.
Now, I went back in all of our history, and to my knowledge, this is the most we've ever had represented at an All-Star game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Even through those championship teams. In 2010 and 2011, there were 5. We have 6 this year. So it's like, hey, foreshadowing? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Cool. Okay. I like where you're going.
But yeah, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, Josh Young. He's a rookie on the All-Star team, and he's a starter. Adolis Garcia, El Bombi, that's his nickname. Nathan Eovaldi, and Jonah Heim, catcher. So 6 All-Stars, man. It's pretty cool. And then Adolis Garcia is also going to be playing in the Home Run Derby. So watch out for him. I believe he still leads the league in RBIs. So he's up there in home runs too. So that's a good chance to win that thing.
Nice.
Also, since we last recorded, Rangers acquired a relief pitcher by the name of Aroldis Chapman. Super stud. Could throw a 100-mile-per-hour heater. And he is up there in age, but over the past decade, he's been one of the best closers in all of baseball. So hopefully he can help bolster our bullpen and relief pitching, because that's definitely a weakness for the Rangers. And then jumping into some Mavs news, free agency bonanza is up and running, dude. Kyrie Irving is back. Flat Earth man himself is back on the squad.
Why you got to do him like that, bro? That's messed up,
dude. He's a character, man. He is a character, and I will leave it at that.
Is.
But yeah, 3 years, 126 million, hefty price tag, but at least it's 3 years. He was really wanting 4, so we'll see how that extends for the Mavs. Seth Curry, not Steph Curry, Seth Curry, the lesser of the Curry brothers, returns back to the Mavs. Hey, even he would say that, man.
Dirty, bro.
Even he would. Even he would say that, dude. Even he would say that. Steph's one of the greatest ever. But yeah, Seth Curry is back on the Mavs for a third time. Third time's a charm.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. Made a big trade recently. Mavs acquired Grant Williams. He's like a stretch 4 player, really great defender, can shoot the 3 really well. They traded for him from the Celtics and sent Reggie Bullock away. You remember the guy with like the pickle looking thing on his head? If you ever watched the Mavs? Well, that's Reggie Bullock. He has like a crazy hairdo, and one of the giant dreads is like dyed yellow or green.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about now.
That's Reggie Bullock. He's no longer a Dallas Maverick because of this trade. Yeah. So it's fun having him here. Solid player, but he's no Grant Williams. So excited to have Grant Williams on the squad. And then also throughout free agency and draft night, we signed Dante Exum, Rashawn Holmes, drafted Omax Prosper, and Derek Lively. And recently, Derek Lively, might have talked about him on the last show, the last full episode, but he's been working out in the gym, right? Doing some summer training camp stuff with the Mavs, and guess who's been working with him?
I don't know.
A member of the 2011 championship team by the name of Tyson Chandler.
Tyson Chandler.
Yes. He's in the gym. They're very similar play styles, very similar statures. So I think Kid just like kind of brought him on as like a special assistant in the coaching staff and like, hey, train and equip this guy. He plays like you. So he's been in the gym with him. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. I do remember you saying that before.
Okay. Yep. So it's exciting. I don't think the Mavs are done yet. So be on the lookout. Going to be making some more moves this offseason. And then lastly, big news in the entertainment and sports world. Netflix just secured a $50 million deal with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys to create a 10-part docuseries.
Wow.
50 mil.
50 million, all right.
So, yeah. I'm not sure when it's going to release, but I bet the first few episodes will be good, right? Because Jerry Jones, when he bought them, they won those few Super Bowls, and then, it's just been average from here on out. So,
damn, just shots fired constantly.
Yeah, so I bet the docuseries will be average on the latter half. But who am I? Who am I to say? Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see and watch. But yeah, I'd give it a 5 out of 10, kind of like their record over the last few years, 8-8. So we'll see.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, that's all I have today for sports. Yours truly, Darian Clark.
That wasn't bad. You always think you bore us with the sports stuff, but it's really not that bad. It's very informative, actually.
Okay, thanks. I try.
Very informative. The Curry brothers, is it only them two?
Yes, I believe so. Their dad used to play in the league too, Del Curry.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just them two that play in the league. Yep.
And have you seen that video on Instagram of Steph Curry, bouncing the ball on the court at Lakers or Golden State, wherever he's from, and bouncing it, and then he bounces it one time and the ball doesn't come up high enough, and so he like starts to mess with the floor and realizes there's a dead spot on the court. And I saw one of the comments and it was like, leave it to Steph Curry, or he's like, you're good whenever your incorrect dribble is the floor's fault and not your own, or something like that.
That's great.
I'm like, dude, gosh, this guy is so good. He was like, yeah, something's wrong with this floor. It's this part, it needs some work done.
It's like Jordan, whenever he had a terrible game one time, he went and inspected the rim and it was slightly crooked. He's like, it ain't me, dude. It's the rim. Like what we used to say when we were kids, you know? Like,
even though it was us,
right,
for sure.
Yeah.
Man. That's funny. Yeah, I have to. Have you seen that video though of Steph Curry doing that?
I haven't. No.
I'm gonna have to send it to you. That's funny. Every time it'll come up randomly every now and then.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, what a G.
That's awesome.
All right, so a couple weeks ago, maybe it was like a week ago, Apple announced the VR and AR goggles. Did you see this?
Oh yeah, I did.
Man, what a hefty price tag too, $3,500.
That's where I stopped like looking into it more when I saw that it was like $3,500. I'm like, nah, dude, it's all hype.
Yeah,
like I'm not.
It's a trend. I'm not gonna fall for it.
I know, man. I'm like, I'll wait. If it's really that legit, I'll wait a couple years and get them for half the price. You know.
Yeah.
But dude, that's crazy. Anyway,
when
sorry.
When they go for the Apple Vision Pro 2, you'll get the Apple Vision Pro 1s.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it, especially with something this expensive.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they're coming out with these AR VR goggles. I mean, it's honestly, it looks dope. Looks good if it works out. But it's just these goggles that you put on your face, and next thing you know, you have basically your whole room is your laptop screen, computer screen.
That's crazy.
Text messages, music devices, listening to Apple iTunes or Spotify or whatever, you've got access to all that, email, typing and stuff like that. It's going to track your eyesight, so it knows you don't have to use your hand or any sort of controller. Like whatever you look at, the device is going to know what you're looking at. All right.
Yeah, right.
Mind blown right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I'm excited though. I'd be willing to split this with somebody and we could just share it. Like,
yeah, right.
I get it Monday through Wednesday. You get it Wednesday to Friday, and then someone else who comes in on this can get it from like Saturday to Monday or something. I don't know.
Like you're sharing custody on kids. Like, yeah, it's just.
I got it this week, and then you've got the goggles next week. All right. I get it for Christmas. You can get it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right. So. I guess that you kind of already hit it, but like, what's like the main difference between this and just like going to go get the Oculus goggles for $300-$400?
Well, the Oculus, you need the controllers.
Okay.
These apparently you don't need a controller. You can use your hand or eyesight, I think.
But how do you use your hand? It has like I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I am not too sure.
Okay.
But I will say this,
or it's all probably voice activated, right?
That might be another one, voice activation, yeah. But I will say this, an Apple Watch, you can like maneuver the watch without touching the screen. Like if you do, it's like an accessibility feature for people who don't have that ability to actually touch the screen. Mm-hmm. You can like close your fist twice and it'll open up your camera app or something, or it'll open up an email or something. You can type by like just doing different gang signs up in the air. And
I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it might incorporate that. It might just be voice, or it might just be eyesight. But that's the main difference is the Oculus, you need the controllers. You've got like 2 controllers that you have to use.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this also just seems more of you can display your whole computer on in your goggles, when the Oculus I think is more like videos and video game type of things. Okay.
Yeah, I guess Oculus doesn't have any AR stuff, right? It's strictly just virtual reality.
Yeah, it's just virtual reality. You can't see anything in your actual physical space.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Like I said, anyone want to go halvesies on that price tag?
Are they officially released?
I don't even think people can like test them out yet. I don't think they have anything like that.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yep.
The future is coming, and it is coming quick.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping
Ooh, okay.
into the future.
Okay. Dang. Nice little guest appearance right there. I see you.
And then speaking of the future, man, do you see that recent report on the flying cars?
I did see this. This is exciting.
Dude, it's like within reach, dude. They're saying you could see cars in the sky by 2025.
I was about to say 2 years.
Yeah, that's
2
crazy.
years you'll be seeing cars in the sky.
That is insane. Yeah, I pulled this straight from somebody who reported on it, and I've got some quotes in here I just want to read. But the FAA is allowing flying cars enter flight testing. Huge step in the industry. Aleph Aeronautics created the unusual looking prototype and now has access to the airspace via FAA's guidance. This is what they say. For what it's worth, the design gets points for originality. On the ground, it looks like a bulbous sports car with 4 wheels where they're expected to be. But the cabin is a gimbaled sphere in the middle that becomes important when the Aleph leaves the asphalt. If traffic or some other obstacle gets in its way, 8 rotors housed inside a shroud that forms the body of the car will hoist it vertically. To go forward, the body of the car, which has a mesh topside, tilts forward, kind of like a helicopter.
Yep.
And the gimbaled cabin keeps the driver pilot level. The sides of the body then become airfoils that provide lift as the Aleph moves at an anticipated speed of about 35 miles per hour.
Okay.
Dude, that's nuts. Like, what?
Nice.
You just like drive it because it drives too. It's like you just hit traffic and then you're just like, all right, I'm going up,
Yeah.
and it's just like keep going. Like, what?
It's like, all right, you're going to take all the traffic from the street and you're just going to put it in the air. Like it's still going to be traffic.
Right. Yeah. That is just insane.
That is very insane. I think you only need a drone operating license to like fly this
Really?
thing.
Are
Like
you
you don't
serious?
even need a special license other than just like a drone operator's license.
What? No flyers,
Yeah.
Ed?
That could be fake news. That
Okay.
could be fake news.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I saw. And yeah, this looks weird. I mean, the car doesn't look appealing whatsoever, but
yeah.
if it gets me out of a traffic jam, car can look like a block of cheese for all I care, as long as it gets the job done.
Right.
Honestly.
But for a while, it's just going to be a bunch of millionaires, right? Like, oh,
yeah, definitely.
there goes a millionaire right above me. We get it, bro. Yeah, because
It's like not like you could have taken a helicopter or something.
yeah, right. Yeah, it
But-
says here, although it has a long way to go before customer deliveries, Aleph is taking pre-orders for the car already, and it intends to sell for $300,000.
Gosh.
The company claims to have numerous well-heeled backers and future customers, and believes it can get full certification by the end of 2025. So,
Nice.
could be seeing test cars flying in 2025, so that
That'd
they
be
can
dope.
grant their full certification.
That would be dope. Again, anyone want to go halvesies on this? Not necessarily halvesies, but like maybe quadruplesies.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we can do something, work something out. But yeah, I saw this. This looks dope, man. Jefferson's, the Jetsons finally coming
The
alive.
Jetsons, yeah.
Slowly but surely being able to fly those cars.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
That's crazy, man.
Like, how is this gonna work? How are you gonna be able to have normal people driving these types of cars?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's gonna have to be like an express lane type of situation.
Yeah.
Like only this side of the highway can fly if necessary.
Yeah. For sure. And I just think when it gets oversaturated, I think there has to be some kind of extra license.
Yeah.
Maybe not at first, but like you're gonna have to start taking some flyers, Ed.
Flyers ad.
Like,
Yeah.
to be able to do this, right? Like,
Yeah.
'cause
Definitely.
if it's already saying 2025, then like 10 years, there's gonna be traffic up in the air too. I'd imagine.
Yeah. We should
crazy.
also revise our own driving tests. I feel like they should be a little harder, a little harder than what they are right now, because there are a lot of people out there on the road that should not.
Yeah,
Let's just say that.
for sure.
Should not.
Uh-huh.
What's funny is, like, by the time I'm able to afford the VR and AR goggles, that's when the flying cars are going to be implemented. I'm just going to be like, dang it. All right, well, here goes another couple years before I can get me one of these.
Right.
All right. Suggs and Rex.
Yeah.
You want to go to Suggs and Rex?
Let's do it.
I'll go ahead and go first, if that's cool.
Go for it.
Have you ever been to Mexican Sugar?
I have not. Enlighten me.
Oh, this place is so good. Mexican restaurant. They have 3-4 locations in the DFW area.
Okay.
Great Mexican food spot. Great tasting drinks. They had a really, really good, tasty cocktails. Natalie and I, we had like a date night there. Like I said, food was top notch. The combination of just like the flavor, the alcohol, and just the overall taste of the cocktail drinks, definitely out of this world. One of the cocktails that I got was out of the office, and it was kind of like a rum drink. But my favorite one is the Chupa Frozen.
Okay.
That one's pretty good. But
Nice.
definitely
No, I'm looking
a good
it up
spot
right
if
here.
you haven't. Yeah, there's one in Las Colinas. There's one in downtown Dallas. I think one in Plano.
Yeah, I was just found that. I was like, wait, there's one at the shops.
Yeah,
The Legacy. Like, what? I didn't even know that.
yeah,
Right next
really
to that
good
farm
spot,
and
man.
feed store. Farm and feed store.
Yeah,
Farm and feed restaurant where you can play games while dining.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that whole little pocket of shops and restaurants looks pretty good
Mm-hmm.
in that part of Plano. But yeah, really good food. I had fajitas, came with rice and beans, and some great tasting tortillas too. Overall, 10 out of 10. 10
Okay.
out of 10.
All right.
So definitely check it out if you haven't.
How was their guac?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, I just thought that.
I wouldn't know. But I think they do give you, and props to them, I think they do give you chips and salsa automatically.
Wait, why wouldn't they?
Because there are some ridiculous places out there that don't give you chips and salsa.
That's stupid. You're not a true Mexican
El
restaurant.
Phoenix, I'm looking at you. I'm just playing.
El Phoenix, they do, don't they?
I don't know.
I was about to
I've
say.
been to El Phoenix like a couple of times. That was years ago.
We're adding this to the list, Martin. Thank you for this recommendation for us.
You're welcome.
We will be going here
That's what
very
I'm
soon.
here
My recommendation
for.
is
All right, what do you got?
is very different. It goes in accordance with what I typically do, but I'm saying it's very different when comparing it to yours. It is a song, and it is by a guy by the name of Abraham Alexander. You heard of him?
Abraham Alexander. No, I don't think so.
I said it country. He's not country. The song is called Deja Vu, and it is on his most recent album called Sea Suns, like C/Suns. So it's like seasons, but there's a slash between sea and suns. But he released I forget what it's called. It's not an acoustic version. He calls it a electric deluxe version of the same song, but he released this version post the release of the album, and I was like, dude, this gives it a whole other perspective, because usually I'm like, no, I want the original version, but this one's like, oh my goodness, this sounds so much better. And yeah, just highly recommend it. It's called Deja Vu by Abraham Alexander. Super smooth. It just sounds so clean. Just the recording quality on it sounds so good. He has a real soulful, beautiful voice.
Walking away from me, killing the liquors, bittersweet poetry.
He's like I don't want to put this tag on him, but he's like a co-heir to Leon Bridges.
Okay.
They're like best friends. So like they used to tour. I mean, when Leon was a little smaller, you know, they used to tour a lot together. But now Abraham's kind of gone off on his own and has started a solo career of his own. So he recently sold out 3 straight nights at the Kessler.
Nice.
Back in June. So seems to be doing pretty good for himself. Definitely got a beautiful voice. So he also did a recent song with Gary Clark Jr. called Stay.
Hey.
That was a really good one. So yeah, check him out. Local dude. Super sweet voice. So Deja Vu
right,
by
we'll check it out.
Abraham Alexander.
And might have played a small preview of it. I'm not sure. Did we start doing the music thing again ever since that strike we got?
It's up to you, dog.
Can't remember.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll put a little snippet in. Hopefully Abraham Alexander is a cool guy and will let us play at least 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll pass.
Yeah, hopefully. Like Casey Musgraves, thinking you're all big and stuff.
I know, girl. Dang, shoot, we got it. Dang, you didn't have to do us dirty like that. Anyways, all right.
That do
it. I'm gonna listen to Deja Vu while I'm on my way to Mexican Sugar, wearing my Apple Vision Pro goggles.
Likewise. Except I'm gonna be in the flying car.
Ooh, okay. All right.
One can dream. It'll be a dream.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Yeah,
I will never
exactly.
pay that much for a car. I don't care if it flies or not.
Oh, man. All right, we'll see y'all later.
See you.